What is going on? How is everybody doing? Forza Milan, Forza Milan, as always. Forza Milan. Guys, welcome to another Milan Daily. As I said, we're going to be doing these streams every day until the end of the the January transfer market. Going to try and follow the reports of the transfer market and the team, and maybe even talk about other situations. So it's going to be another interesting day. More news has come out that is quite interesting as far as Milan goes, and some things to think about, especially when it comes to our formation. The formation that is going to have to be put on the field by Pioli against Roma. We still have absences, and actually, we have even more absences because we're missing 3 players, plus it seems like we're not going to have a full squad yet, as far as all the reports that are coming out. So it's going to be another difficult game against Roma, because it's going to be a game in which we're going to probably be forced to play a formation with players that probably have not played together in that specific formation. It's definitely, whatever Pioli does, he has to kind of reinvent the team. So who are these 3 players? Well, of course, Kessie, Benacer, Balotore, they're gone to the AFCON. But reports are coming out from different journalists in Italy. And I haven't seen this article yet, but maybe this one here will tell us. As a matter of fact, let's get on it right away. So, as far as I know, according to Pellegri, who is one of the journalists that I trust a lot, I think he has very good information, really good, reliable person to give good sources. There's not going to be Leao. Leao is not ready. Leao had a problem in training, and he came back. They tried to see if he was ready to play, to train, but he had problems. So he's back in the gym. So no Leao for Roma, and Ibrahimovic is not fully fit yet. So this is what Pellegri said. So this means, guys, that we are facing Roma with a very interesting formation, and we'll talk about that formation, and we'll see. Maybe we'll see what you guys think about that too. But anyway, let's go through this article. Let's see what this says. The players have been training via Zoom, guys. What? The players have been training via Zoom? Wow. That is crazy. During the Christmas holiday, we're back at Milanello earlier today. Rapid tests were carried out, and all of them tested negative for COVID-19. Guys, we got to watch out for COVID-19 right now. Cases are going up. Stadiums are going back to 50%. COVID might be, there might be a comeback here for COVID. So we got to watch out for that too. That can change everything, guys. But so far, so good. Everybody is negative for COVID, which is nice to hear. Okay, on their Facebook page, Milan published a bunch of photos from the training session. One thing to note is that Davide Calabria was back in the action after being on the sidelines for a long time. Okay, so this article is not saying what I said, all right? It's not saying that. But as far as I know, the reports that are coming from Milanello today, the reports that have come out today from coming from the mouth of Pellegri, is that no Leao, no Ibra, all right? So now we have to think about the formation. You know, who are going to be the 11 players that are going to face Roma? Obviously... All right, Rebic is back. Rebic is back, though. That was good news. So Rebic is back. And then, of course, we have Calabria. So now, guys, we probably going to go to the tactical board and kind of maybe see what Pioli will be forced to do. We'll do that in a second, actually, because that is a big topic, you know. Big topic. Guys, and outside of the AC Milan news, the biggest news of the day is Lukaku. Lukaku had this interview with Sky Sport where he pretty much is saying that he regrets leaving Inter and he wants to go back to Inter, and that he made a mistake going to Chelsea. And right now, Tuchel is playing a formation in which Lukaku it doesn't really suit him. So Lukaku is not getting that confidence. Basically, Lukaku is saying that the coach is not giving him confidence. And his interview is an interview of apology. His love for Italy and especially for Inter. So very interesting. This is going to be very interesting topic of debate coming up these next few days. It's going to be all over the sports news. His interview should be coming out either tomorrow or in the next few days. Would the idea of Lukaku coming to Milan, would that be good? Who knows, guys? Who knows? Lukaku it's a pretty bold move to say that you want to go back to Inter, right? Yeah. Hey guys, by the way, what's up, Joel, Paul, Totti Brotta? How you guys doing? Welcome, guys. Guys, please like this video, guys. Blah 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 blah, and doing all that crap. But how interesting would it be if Lukaku puts himself on the market? And do you guys think that he could join AC Milan? Everything is possible, man. Everything is possible. Maybe Kessie goes to Inter, Lukaku comes to Milan. How about that for some weird cosmic justice? Not justice, cosmic coincidence. What up, Eastbourne? How you doing, my man? All right. Anyway, so that is going to be very interesting. All right, guys. Let's talk about this formation, and then we're going to do look at some other maybe reports. Lukaku won't come to us. I just don't see it. He's one of the good ones. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Everything is possible in football. Everything is possible. Now, obviously, what up, Paul? The realistic answer to the whole Lukaku situation is that he's going to stay at Liverpool. At Chelsea, and he's eventually going to probably get more minutes, score some goals, get back in the team, and all of a sudden everything is good. But it's a very, very strong interview. Imagine if like Rebic came out in an interview and said, I want to go back to my previous team. The coach here, doesn't really use me properly. Imagine if Ibra said that. Imagine if any of our players would come out and say that. That's like a divorce. So that's a divorce. He wants a divorce. Very interesting. Okay. Anyway, guys, let's talk about this formation. This formation here is kind of worries me a little bit. It kind of worries me a little bit because obviously right now is not the time to lose any ground, right? We have this big game against Roma coming up, and we got to be at our fullest strength because guys, we are fighting for the top four. We got to win. We got to try and win the Scudetto. So let's just think about this for a second, guys. Let's look at this and think about this for a second. Lukaku is an emotional player, and he will perform wherever he feels appreciated and the system. Yeah, guys, I mean, I don't find it realistic for him to go back to Inter because they have Zeko, they have Martinez, they have Sanchez. Like maybe having three strikers like that, they're going to start stepping on each other's toes. But he definitely could go on in any other team, guys. There's plenty of coaches around Europe that would love to have Lukaku. And Lukaku just wants some attention, emotional blackmail, because the Inter Ultras are still pissed with him. I don't know if they're still pissed with him, man. I don't know, man. I don't really know. I think that the Inter fans, at least, I mean, not Twitter, guys. I don't give Twitter is bullshit, but the people that are fucking decent, right, are very appreciative of Lukaku. They're very appreciative of what he's done. Yeah, they have a little bit of resentment, but I think they would be very happy to see Lukaku come back. I mean, honestly, guys, when Shevchenko left to Chelsea, I was happy when he came back. Unfortunately, he didn't perform, but I was really happy that he came back. It felt good. These next 2 months are crazy. We play Roma, Juve, and Inter. Yeah, absolutely. That's pretty much everyone these days. It looks like it, guys. Football right now is pretty much, it's become more business than it has ever been. And also, guys, something that we got to watch out for as far as culture and tradition and the meaning of football, we got to watch out for this. There is this push, there is this agenda by agents around the football agents to kind of change the vision of a modern football player, to see him more so to see the football player more so connected to his brand, to his company, to his organization, to its industry, rather than the badge. So it's going in that direction. So I think we're going to probably go into an era of football in which we're going to see players that are going to be changing lots of teams and they won't care. They won't care about anything else but their interest. So we are definitely going inside this weird era, and it's going to be new because it's never been like this. There's always has been this idea of loving the crest, of playing for the fans. Of course, we've seen it die out in time, but now it's on the verge of completely changing the whole perspective. Raiola is pushing this. Mendes is pushing this. UEFA is kind of pushing this. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Very interesting times ahead of us. I think we'll end up getting Kamara in. I'm calling it now. It is possible because Kamara is actually a very realistic target. Kamara is pretty much ready to leave. If he wants to leave, he's pretty much good to go. Maybe Kamara could be one of the easier targets. So now, as far as Kamara goes, we got to watch out who else is bidding for him, right? Because there's obviously an auction is going to happen for Kamara. There's absolutely no doubt an auction is going to happen for Kamara. So we got to see who else is interested in Kamara, and if it's teams that we can outbid. Obviously, what the player wants to do is important. But Kamara actually, according to his situation, is from the reports that I read about him, he could actually be on the move this January. How are some people here talking about Lukaku? He would never come to Milan for many reasons. He would never. I don't know, man. I don't know. I've seen it happen before. If Kane leaves, he might go to Tottenham reunion with Conte. If Kane, yes, absolutely, my man. Isborn, spot on. Guys, that is probably the most logical thing right there. Milan should look at strikers like Ibra that can improve and are young and of course fast. Yeah, of course Milan is going to buy these kind of strikers and these kind of players. We got to be patient. But that's what's going to happen. Roy, what are your thoughts on Kamara? All right, so I saw a little bit of Kamara. I saw how he plays. Technically, he's nothing special. He is very tenacious. He has that kind of like Gattuso-esque fighter attitude kind of thing. One thing that he has, which kind of I think shines a lot from his bag of skills, is his long ball. He's got an incredible long ball, like precise, these incredible 60-yard diagonals, and he can find these long balls that are absolutely peach. So that's what you're going to get from Kamara. You're going to get tenacity, and you're not going to get any goals. You're not going to get any assists. You're not going to get any of that. Okay, so Kamara is not there to solve you that aspect. But what you're going to get from him is tenacity in the midfield and just immaculate long balls. Thoughts on Giovanni Simeone? I don't know, man. Giovanni Simeone, okay, right now he's having a great season. He's scoring goals. I know we had Ancelotti here on another live, and he was saying, that Giovanni Simeone, according to the statistics, is the best striker in Serie A, according to his ratio, right? Vlahovic and Simeone, pretty much. I'll be honest with you. It doesn't excite me. It's not a player that excites me. Would he be able to do what he does at Verona? Is he at Verona, right? Would he be able to do that in AC Milan? I think so. I mean, I think he would. But let's be honest, guys. If Giovanni Simeone does what he does at Verona at AC Milan, the guy becomes a superstar. He becomes a sensation, because if you score 2 goals for Verona, 3 goals for Verona, blah, 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 4 goals for Verona, you're going to make the news for one day. But you do that for AC Milan, all of a sudden you are like a Ballon d'Or player. This is the beauty of AC Milan. That's the AC Milan can elevate you to those levels. Can he do that? That's a question. Can he do that at Milan? Honestly, I don't know, man. I don't know. If he does come to Milan, I'd be happy to see him, and we'll see. All right, guys, listen. Let's talk about this game, because the game is coming up, and we have to look at this formation. Not a fan. I think he's bang average. He's just having a good season. That is possible. That is very possible, Paul. Like, maybe he did the step, but yeah, I just don't know. Maybe he can, maybe he can't. I don't, honestly, truthfully, I don't see why he wouldn't, though. Who do you reckon as Ibra's successor? Well, maybe a few minutes ago, I was thinking Lukaku. That would be nice, getting Lukaku. But Ibra's successor. Like, for example, if you say Ibra's successor, when we're saying a successor and we're putting the name Ibra next to that, we're talking about a locker room leader. We're talking about a personality that has a person that has a personality that is bigger than the whole galaxy. And then you're also talking about someone that on the pitch delivers, right? He delivers. Because, I mean, look at Udinese. Look at the Udinese game. Ibra magic. We got a little bit of that magic that he can do, and that's why we kind of save that game. This is why these players get paid the big money to create those moments of magic. So we know that Ibra is irreplaceable. Nobody can be Ibra. There's nobody in the world that has Ibra's personality. So when you talk about his successor, guys, I mean, honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. It's Vlahovic. We're just too broke. Okay, so Vlahovic, I don't think Vlahovic. Maybe the only person that, in my mind, that could be a successor to Ibra is Haaland. Okay, Mbappe. Is Vlahovic going to be a Haaland or Mbappe? We know these two players are going to become top superstars. Is Vlahovic going to become a top superstar? Because the only way to substitute Ibra is with a top superstar. So it's Haaland, it's Mbappe, Messi. But obviously these, I'm not going to name the older ones. The younger guy, Salah. You kind of change up the team. You bring in Salah. So when we talk about a successor for Ibra, I think we mustn't make the mistake to think that if we get Vlahovic, we have the next Ibra. If we get Scamacca, we have the next Ibra. If we get even Berardi, Bellotti, the players that I want. No, guys. Ibra is irreplaceable. Ibra is irreplaceable. I think we'll find out next season, Roy, about Vlahovic. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, guys. We'll see. Honestly, from the kind of reports that we've been reading, especially yesterday, when we saw Gazidis, right now Milan is considered one of the top brands in football. It is considered the top brand in football in Italy. All right. We know that they made 55 million with the Champions League, 30 million the stadium. Now COVID is coming back in, guys. You got to watch out. That's going to hurt the pocket. But so there is a chest. The Trevor chest there is filling up. Is it enough for Vlahovic, guys? The thing about Vlahovic that I think you guys really need to put in your heads is this: that it's not, hey, Milan, we want Vlahovic. Okay, fine, we'll give you Vlahovic. No, it's Milan wants Vlahovic. Inter wants Vlahovic. Juve wants Vlahovic. Tottenham wants Vlahovic. Man City has been linked to Vlahovic. Maybe Chelsea is going to come in for Vlahovic. This guy's, there's going to be an auction for this player. We're never, ever going to win this auction, guys. It's impossible. Okay? We're never going to win this auction. Like, we would never win an auction for Haaland. We would never win an auction for Mbappe. We would never win an auction for any player that right now is deemed a superstar in the making, okay? Unless the stars collide. But right now, Milan has absolutely no power when it comes to auctions. This is why Milan has to still operate smartly. They have to use their brains rather than the size of their dick, you know? Because all the other teams are using the size of their dick instead of their brains. So Milan has to use their brain. They have to buy players that maybe, you know, are they have to buy players that maybe are like maybe right now, look, the vision has to be this. It has to be step by step. We got these youngsters, we made them into champions, right? Now we need to get players that are not established just yet, but just that level below. Hey, Real Madrid is after that guy. Man City, you know, we have to get these players that are 20 million, 15 million, and then make them into big superstars. We got to win. We got to get in the top 4 again. We need more money coming in. The Elliott would want to spend a lot of money. You have to convince them. We're not there yet, guys. So we got to be patient. We got to be patient with the players that are going to be coming to Milan. If you guys are waiting for big signings in the near future, you might be disappointed. We're going to get, right now we are medium signings. We're going to get medium. Before we're on the lower end, guys, okay? Because up until a few years ago, nobody wanted to come to Milan, guys. Nobody wanted to come to Milan, okay? We got to remember this. This is just our second year, okay? We're going through puberty right now. So we got to be, Vlahovic is not coming to Milan, guys. Let's stop dreaming, guys. We'll never get Vlahovic when Milan can't buy players worth over 30 million, exactly. Vlahovic is too expensive. Hi, Roy, why don't you do a video with other Milan channels? Yeah, we are actually probably going to do that. Maybe we're going to get Oliver for Sempre Milan. Maybe, we'll see. We shall see. What's up, Saif? How you doing? Anyway, guys, fuck. I'm getting distracted here. This formation. All right, we know Theo is good to go. So we have Theo. Magnan is good to go. Tomori is good to go. Romagnoli is good to go. And now here comes the questions. So we'll leave a right back for later because now come the questions. Let's put these players in the middle. So you have Florenzi, you have Kalulu, you have Bakayoko, you have Tonali, you have Bakayoko, and you have Krunic. Okay, so these are your options right now. These are the players that you're going to use to create to finish your defensive line and your midfield and your pivot. So what is it going to be, guys? Now, if I were to use just logic and kind of seeing what Pioli has been doing, my logic says that he would go for Florenzi as the right back, and then he would go with Tonali and Bakayoko. I think he would go with Tonali and Bakayoko. But what I would like him to do, yo, Nathan, what's up? Roy, have you checked the Hungarian guy Attila Zlai? He's also one of the options for the center back. I saw that. Oh, right. Good. Calabria is back. All right. So Calabria is back. Is he going to be in the starting lineup right away? We will see. We will see if Calabria is going to be in the starting lineup. Okay, so let's leave those two over here. Now, this is what I think, guys. You tell me what you think, but this is what I think. That according to what I've seen Pioli do, he's going to put Tonali and Bakayoko in the middle, right? He tried to put Bakayoko in the middle. He tried to start them with Sassuolo. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. Okay, Baka would definitely work better in a three-man midfield, but they're not going to do the three-man. I mean, okay, maybe they are. Maybe they are. Tonali and Baka, but I'd rather Krunic instead of Baka. He's been terrible since he came back. Now, okay, I almost thinking like you, Michael. I would like to see Tonali and Krunic in this as the starters. Now, obviously, Tonali we've seen, but Krunic, guys, when the season started, before he got injured, he started the first games in the Serie A, the first 2 games of the Serie A when he got injured, in that position. And he was great, guys. Do you remember against Sampdoria, and then against I can't remember who the second team was, but both those games, Krunic was a boss in that midfield. So this is what I hope happens, but we'll see. We'll see. So now comes, but let's go what I think will happen. I think it will be Tonali and Bakayoko. Now let's look at the wings. So you have Rebic. The question is he going to put Rebic straight on the field, after his injury? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. These are questions that we don't know right now. We can only speculate. So let's say he does use Rebic. Okay, right there. We know Ibra is injured, right? Ibra is not available for this game. Pellegri today was saying that Ibra is not going to be available for this game. He's not in the group. He's still there's still issues. Oh well, no, there's still issues with his injury. So why not Tonali and Calabria and use Kalulu Francis? We'll look at that option too. Rebic is built different. He'll be just fine. So let's say Rebic is going to start. Okay, let's say Rebic is going to start. Now Rebic. The question is. Well, actually, let's leave Rebic for last. Let's go with what is for sure. We know Messias is definitely going to start, and he's going to start on the right. Okay? Messias is definitely 100% going to start in that right. Now, the word is that Salamakers is going to be playing on the left. That's the word. All right? That's a word. I don't know. We'll look at it. These are the reports that are coming out. That Salamakers is bound to play on the left. In the offense, Giroud. So Giroud is starting. So now comes the attacking midfield position. This is the question. Maybe Rebic is going to be playing there, guys. Maybe Rebic is playing there. I do not see him doing Rebic Messias. Maybe he could do Rebic Messias and Krunic. Maybe he could do this, but guys, let's be realistic. Pioli has barely ever plays with 2 offensive wingers. He usually plays with 1 offensive winger on one side and a more complete, let's say, all box-to-box kind of winger on the other side. So I think it's going to be like this. I think this is what we're going to see. Tonali, Baka, Krunic, Messias, Giroud, and then Rebic is going to come in the second half. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know. This is what I think. What do you guys think? He's not built. Maybe Rebic will start as striker. Giroud is fit, so obviously Giroud is going to start as the striker. There's absolutely no doubt about that. The things that we know for sure is that Giroud is going to start as the striker. Theo, Romagnoli, Tomori, Florenzi, or Calabria. And now the other option was what Nathan said there. Why not Tonali and Calabria? Now, the thing about this option right here, it's a risk, right? I mean, we've seen Calabria play in this role. He does it pretty good. We've definitely seen him do this kind of formation. I don't think he's going to do that. I really don't think he's going to do that because he has Bakayoko and he has Calabria, Florenzi, or Krunic that can play in that position. I don't think the team is in the position for him to do that. I think he has choices for that midfield. As far as Kalulu goes, it looks like Florenzi right now is the player that is the most informed in Pioli's eyes. So maybe Florenzi is going to start against Roma, his own team. We'll see. We'll see. The other option is Florenzi in the middle, and then Calabria on the right. That is a possibility, because when Florenzi was when Milan got Florenzi, they got him for 3 roles: his role in this position, his role in this position, which he has done and can do, and his role in this position. Okay, so Florenzi can cover all 3 of these roles. So that is a possibility, but I really don't think so. My gut, just kind of studying Pioli, is that he's going to go with Tonali and Bakayoko. And my gut, knowing that Pioli is more on the not so courageous side of things, he's probably going to go with Krunic as an attacking midfielder, and then he's going to bring in Diaz later on, and he's going to bring in Rebic later on. This is just kind of looking at Pioli's personality. I mean, guys, you tell me, when has Pioli been, the courageous kind of... Yes, exactly, Michael. That's what I think he's going to do. I personally think Pioli is going to just go with Tonali and Baca as a pivot, then Krunic ahead of him with Salah missing. And this is not exactly. This is what he's probably going to do. Because just look at what he does. Study him. If you study him and you see how he organizes the team, he's most likely going to do it this way. Especially with Diaz now that is not showing to be 100%. Not a lot of confidence. Kessie came in, scored 2 goals, and then the reports in the Milan media was that Kessie now has changed the way Pioli sees that attacking midfield position. So right now Diaz is being bombarded with negative press, and his performances are low. There are fans in the internet universe that are talking mad shit about him. So right now Diaz is, if this was FIFA, Diaz's psychology form would be poor, I would say. Pioli should start with Diaz at least for the first half. Now, if he does do that, I mean, I trust Diaz, guys. I trust Diaz. I trust Diaz a lot. I think against Roma, he's probably going to get he probably is going to have space, and I think I would personally put Diaz in, guys. If I were making the calls, let's say I was the coach, right? I would 100% start with Diaz. I really believe in this player. I really believe that this player, all he needs is just a few games continuing. He needs to get an assist. He needs to get a goal. He needs to make some good plays. He needs to have some good backup. Salah makers on the left looked great against Empoli. Let's see if he can replicate that again against Roma. Messias is very creative. So Messias and Diaz. Maybe the Messias and Diaz tandem is not working too well. Maybe that could be an issue. We know Diaz and Salamakers plays really well. We know Diaz can play well with Tonali. He played well with Kessie, played well with everybody. I didn't really check whether or not he connects with Messias. I didn't really think about that. Maybe Diaz and Messias are kind of stepping on each other's feet. They're both attacking midfielders. Who knows? I don't know. That's just a speculation. But anyway, I would start it like this. But guys, knowing Pioli, knowing how he organizes his team, I think he's going to go with what he knows best. What he knows is the most balanced formation against a tough team. I think this is what he's going to do. Maybe Florenzi is going to start over Calabria, and Calabria is going to come in later. I would like to see Calabria start from the beginning. We'll see. Now Disney is dropping. He has been non-existent since COVID, and yeah, exactly. See, this is exactly. There's definitely an air of negativity towards him because he has not been performing. We have to win Coppa Italia, that's for sure. We have to win Coppa Italia. I honestly don't give a shit about Coppa Italia. Would you guys be happy if I mean, yeah, it's good. We get a trophy. We get Coppa Italia. But Coppa Italia is one of these trophies that are like, they feel so like, I don't know. Maybe we're just too, we've been spoiled. That's the problem. We've been spoiled way too much. As Milan fans, especially the older Milan fans, if you are If you are still in your 20s, if you are in your early 30s, maybe, if you're a teenager, no, you have not been spoiled at all. But people like me, we have been spoiled to the 10th degree when it comes to Milan. So when I'm seeing Milan is gonna win the Super Cup, I'm like, okay, who gives a shit, man? Who gives a fuck? Anyway, guys. So this is the formation that we might see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. It'd be nice to win a trophy, but shouldn't be a priority. Yeah, indeed. I'm 22, man. Yeah, there you go. So you're 22. So that means that you celebrate you when Milan won the 2003 Champions League. You're a baby. You're still a baby. When they won in 2007, they had that final in 2000. Well, at least consider yourself lucky that in 2005 you were still very, very young and you did not suffer. 2005 was fucking painful, man. Holy crap, guys. Everybody that survived 2005, good job, guys. Well done. That was a test and a half. Oh my god, bro. I didn't want to show my face for months after that game. Our priority should be to. I'm 16. I haven't seen this team win much. Okay, there you go. So if you're 16, you haven't. Man, you were really young when Milan won their first Champions League. Okay, guys, so people that are not that much older than you, but a little bit older, they have seen Milan win 5 Champions League, Scudettis, Cup, international cups, Ballon d'Or after Ballon d'Or. That's what you guys deserve to see, because this is what this team is. This is what this team is. And you guys deserve to live that experience, because that is what this team is. You got to watch the videos, see how it was. I always look at documentaries from the past, all the way from the beginning when Milan started competing in Europe, and started winning games in Europe. I always look at I looked at that whole Champions League in 1963, every game. Well, as much as the documentaries could show me in 69. And then the shit period. Then from 69 to late 80s, guys, it was complete darkness, guys. Milan Vera was struggling, guys. So Milan went through 20 years of banter. Okay, there was a 20-year of banter. Luckily, this time, it's only 7 years. Maybe right now we can get into a good cycle. Let's see. Inter getting free agents Onana and Ginter, to be honest. Good signings to sign from the squad depth. Yeah, that is pretty good. Is that official, though? Is that official? I don't know. All right, guys. So, listen, let's just read a few articles here. I'm not going to do too many, but let's get to that. Okay, guys. All right. Okay, so here's actually a good segue. This here talks about the injured players. Ante Rebic is nearing a return. The AC Milan players were back at Milanello. The Croatian has been on the sideline since the Rossoneri's clash against Fiorentina in November. In total, he has missed 15 games. Wow! In the first half of the season, that's half. No, that's. How the fuck did he miss 15 games? Milan played 19 plus 1, 2, 3 plus 6. So Milan played 25 games and he missed 15, guys. Jesus. Which says a lot about his back bad luck. Was a typo there from the Sempre Milan, guys. Look at that. Which says a lot about his back luck. His bad luck, guys. Bad luck. All right. Let's see what else it says. According to Milan News, it seems his return is getting closer while the other injured players worked in the gym today. Rebic was at least out on the pitch where he carried out an individual program. So this guy's not even in the group yet, guys. Rebic is not even in the group yet. The other injured players are Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Rafa Leao, and Pietro Pellegri. Davide Calabria returned to training with his teammates and can be considered. Okay, guys, we know what the formation is. The formation is the one that we put on the field. Maybe Calabria is starting. Maybe it is Florence. Rebic is definitely not starting. Definitely not starting, and neither are. Okay, so whatever. It is what it is. All right, guys. COVID. We gotta watch out for COVID, guys. And also, this is gonna hurt Milan. This is gonna hurt Milan. A few days ago, it was revealed that Serie A clubs will only be able to use 50% of the respective stadium's capacity effectively immediately. Fortunately, it hasn't resulted in a logistical nightmare for AC Milan, but it will result in a financial nightmare for Milan. Roma, for example, were the only side to open up season ticket sales ahead of the campaign, and this has created a problem for the game against Juventus. There are 20K season tickets, and an additional 22K have been sold, but they can only host 32K. Okay, whatever. Who gives a crap about that? Who cares about this? Who cares about Roma, man? Who gives a shit about what they do? This is going to hurt Milan. Milan, on the other hand, have not experienced this problem, which is scheduled. Okay, who cares about this shit, bro? Who cares? The RossonARI are waiting for the official guidelines from the government before making any statements. After that arrives, they will take care of the matter, but they don't have the same logistical issues as Roma. Guys, if Milan makes an average of 30 million in the stadiums, and let's say right now they've made the average of half of that, 15. So now you gotta split 15 in half. So you're making, instead of making 30 million in the stadiums, you're making 20, 23, 22, something like that. I don't know. Something like that. Guys, look at this. This one here was really interesting. I know some of you guys don't. I care. I care about this one, guys. Torino president expresses regret at blocking the exit of Bellotti. He wanted to go to Milan. Man, Torino president Urbano Caro has expressed regret about his decision not to sell Andrea Bellotti to AC Milan a few years ago. Bellotti's current contract is due to expire. Bellotti's current contract is due to expire in June. Man, what the fuck? These guys are drunk. Look at what Bellotti's current contract is due to expire his contract in June 2022. Who wrote this? We got to send in complaints. Oliver, not paying attention to what he writes. Bellotti's current contract is due to expire June 22, and it seems at the moment that he will not renew. The Granata striker will leave on a free transfer at the end of the season as things stand, and while Milan continue to be linked, it appears there are a number of suitors. Cairo gave an interview granted to the newspaper La Stampa and admitted that Bellotti will probably leave on a free transfer and that he perhaps missed out on the chance, you piece of to generate a nice figure by selling him to the Rossoneri in the past. By now, I think it will end like this. Maybe he expected me to sell him to Milan 4 years ago because he wanted to go to Milan, but we couldn't break that kind of relationship and harmony. Over time, as I often said, I've realized that if a player wants to leave, it is better to let him go. In the head, they change, and if you change, you risk stress and injuries. Wow. It is now common knowledge that back in the summer of 2017, Massimiliano Mirabelli and Marco Fassone tried very hard to land Bellotti as part of a big summer spending spree, but Caro stood firm and asked for his release clause. Well, maybe it is a blessing in disguise. I probably should have sold him to the highest bidder. Yeah, exactly, Paul. But the key thing about this, that he wanted to go to Milan. So the president is saying that he wanted to go to Milan. I think that door is still open. Guys, I know you guys think that Bellotti is crap, all this shit. Bellotti would be an excellent signing for a Milan building, for a Milan transitioning from one level to the next level to the next level. Having Bellotti in the team is absolutely great, guys, because all the you look at AC Milan, you look at the strikers we had when we won big trophies. We didn't just have one striker or two. We always had three. Sometimes we even had four strikers, but all four of them could have been starters in any big team. So Bellotti is an opportunity to put depth and quality in the striker department, in the offensive department, specifically striker. You know, I mean, you got Bellotti, you got this guy, you got this guy, you got this guy. Now you're starting to build a really solid striking force. Um, but a lot of you guys kind of take that. No, Bellotti is not the guy that is going to come and save Milan. This is not what the idea is. The idea is he's going to come there to reinforce the offensive department. He's going to join Insigne and run away with that cash. I don't know if they're going to do that because these guys probably don't want. If they do that, they're going to sacrifice the national team. They're going to sacrifice exposure. If they go to the MLS, these two players will be forgotten. They'll be forgotten. There won't. So, if that happens, a terrible mistake. They should not do that. Exactly. I don't want him to start, but when we need him to be a starter, guys, I mean, we're talking about. Are you kidding me? No, man. Yeah, guys, I know all of you guys hate him. I know you guys, but it's going to be this situation. But if we get him, then he's going to start a few goals. He's going to score goals. He's going to win us one game. He's going to then score a big header in this game, and he's going to do his assist. And then all of a sudden, you guys are going to fucking. I love this guy. I fucking love Bellotti. I love this guy. It's always the same shit. It's always the same shit. But Mancini called up El Shaarawy, Roy. He did not call up Giovinco. IFTV quotes, but Mancini called up El Shaarawy. El Shaarawy, yes, he didn't bring El Shaarawy to the Euros. But in history, it's always kind of been like that. All these players that go out of Europe, they get forgotten. They don't get to be national players anymore because the idea in Europe is that if you're playing in Serie A, you're playing at the highest level, right? You're playing Champions League, you're playing against the best in Europe. Once you go to the MLS, it's like, the thing is, the reality is this, guys. MLS, in compared to the Serie A, is like, let's say if Serie A is 10, okay? Just to give a Serie A number. If Serie A is 10, MLS is 4, all right? So it's a crazy downgrade. It's a super downgrade. Guys, coaches look at this shit, man. They look at this shit. The World Cup qualifications is serious business, especially for a team like Italy, Brazil. They look at this shit, okay? This is why a lot of players that when they went abroad to different continents, they never made it. To be honest, I think Mancini would pick the likes of Scamacca, Raspadori, and Immobile for the attack. Oh, yeah, probably. Most likely. Scamacca, Raspadori are the two next strikers that are coming up, 100%. Giovinco should be nowhere near the national team, or what the fuck must he? No, Giovinco was a fantastic player, man. An incredible technician. Giovinco I followed Giovinco from when he was a youngster in the academies of Juventus, because that's where he started. MLS is on fire. Oh, my God. But anyway, I've been following Giovinco all his career. Giovinco is an incredible technician. He just didn't get a good. I mean, fucking Toronto offered him so much money. How could he say no to that? You know, when he was at Parma, he was the player there. You know, at Juventus, he didn't have a good spell at Juventus. But when he played for Parma, he was the main star, the superstar. But Toronto made him the most paid Italian player. So he went there. He fucking destroyed every single record in the MLS. Right now, all the offensive records are held by Giovinco in the MLS. Giovinco is not a player that it was shit, guys. No way. And Moise Kean, so less chance of Bellotti getting back in the national team. Moreover, he hasn't played much this season. Moise Kean is still part of the team. He's scoring some important goals for Juve. He's still a youngster, so he's definitely part of the group of the project, 100%. Moise Kean is gonna have a really good career, guys. He's gonna have a really good career. He's still young. He's going to get to a point where he's going to get to a level of physical maturity and just experience where he's going to score a lot of goals, and he's going to have his He's going to have his moment too. So this is all about the MLS. Well, the MLS, guys, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, if Serie A is 10, MLS is 4. Okay? I know I don't want to hurt your feelings. I'm not here to hurt anybody's feelings, but that's just the truth. That is just the truth. Okay. Anyway, so for me, that's pretty good news. Maybe Bellotti coming to AC Milan. Not bad. Not bad at all. What is this? Krunic. This is the first time I see Krunic in the press. Look at him. Okay, so this is the let's see. Tutto Sport report that Torino wants to keep Tommaso Pobega. There you go. Beyond the end of his loan spell, but Milan have set an asking price of around 40 million. Pretty good. At least you're making something out of the players that you created. At least something is coming from that. You see, Pobega is a good project. Nah, Roy, they call for guys. I know. I have said, Paul. I have said that in the US, football is still soccer. It's not football just yet. It will become football one day, but right now it's still soccer. Guys, I'm not. Anyway, I need to not be distracted here. Milan have set an asking price of around 40 million. Good for Pobega. However, this could well be a response from Milan and Massara to the 35 million that the Granata want for Bremer. 35 million? Bremer, 35 million. What? Where? No way, man. Meaning that it may potentially set up an exchange operation, guys. For 35 million, you're not getting Bremer, man. That is absurd. Torino have always been big admirers of Rade Krunic. Meanwhile, given his versatility and experience in Serie A, while Milan are still hoping to sign Andrea Bellotti on a free transfer when his deal expires at the end of the season, guys, incredible links and connections here. The striker received a couple of interesting offers from the Premier League Newcastle and MLS Toronto, but the Rossoneri are his boyhood club, and he also wants to play in the Champions League with Milan. Are well on course for. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting, guys. Wow. There's a lot of the links between Milan and Torino right now are very strong. Two stars collide in there. Very cool. Okay. Very good. Oh, let's see what this is. Milan plans for January. Paolo Maldini. Paolo Maldini is getting older, huh? Look at him. He's getting his wrinkles, a gray beard. He's becoming an old man. The plans for AC Milan's January transfer window are beginning to take shape, although some activity is dependent on exits, a report claims. Bremer has the potential. He could be called up for a Brazilian national team soon. Would you spend 35 million on him? That's a lot. And would you exchange him with Pobega? According to calciomercato.com, Andrea Conti and Samuel Castillo are two players who will be allowed to leave when the window reopens. The idea for Conti is that of getting rid of what remains of the salary of his 4 million gross, with Empoli have come forward, while Shevchenko's Genoa and some clubs in the Liga are keen on Castillo, who has a price tag of around 7 million. Okay, this is interesting. The situation of Pietro Pellegri must be resolved. Guys, there's a lot of mistakes today in they need an editor or a guy that they need a better autocorrect. As the striker is evaluating whether or not to terminate his season-long loan early. So yes, we spoke about this the other day. Maybe Pellegri is leaving this January, so that opens the door for offensive players to come in. Castillo exit is what could tip the needle a bit, as the funds from his departure plus the wages saved could allow for another player to be signed for the attack. Nice. Okay. A central defender will arrive. This is bold. This is very bold. A central defender will arrive, with Sven Botman first on the list and followed by Abdou Diallo of PSG and Issa Diop of West Ham. Milan, as always, will look for the right balance between needs and opportunities. Yeah, 100%. 100%. It looks more to me like they're going to use Castillo's money to buy a defender. But so the defender is definitely going to be coming in January, 100%. We know a defender is going to be coming in for January. He could be the defender that eventually replaces Romagnoli if Romagnoli does not re-sign with AC Milan. So that is something to look at. Out of these here, Sven Botman, Abdo Dalio, Issa Diop, I've only seen Sven Botman. I like the way he plays. He kind of reminds me of Yap Stam, big, huge fucking beast. Great slide tackling, etc., etc. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything else here. Let's see if we have any new interesting things that we can discuss. I won't be surprised if we end up with Bellotti in summer. Yeah, never am I. Neither am I. Milan wants to rely on Rebic. A second half beckons. His importance is clear. Okay, let's read a few more, guys. Let's read a few more. Scamacca. Diallo is great. I've seen him a lot. Okay, I've never seen Diallo. I really cannot judge him. Saif, I remember saying that he was trash. You're saying he's good. So I don't know. I'll see. Repubblica. Milan keeping tabs on 40 million Sassuolo striker as auction is expected. Gianluca Scamacca is one of the candidates to lead the line for Italy in the near future as Ciro Immobile and Andrea Bellotti haven't had huge success with the national team. Naturally, many big teams are monitoring his situation. This season, the 20-year-old has scored 6 goals in 19 appearances. That's not much. That's not much at all. For Sassuolo, one of which came against Milan. It was an absolute screamer, and it's safe to say that didn't exactly decrease the Rossoneri's interest in him. According to today's edition of La Repubblica, as cited by Milan News, Milan are one of the teams that are following the situation. The same can be said for Inter and Juventus with an auction expected in the summer. He won't be cheap, though, as Sassuolo have slapped a 40 million price tag. For that reason, perhaps Milan isn't the most likely destination for Scamacca. They cannot be ruled out in the race. Okay, so Scamacca is going either to Juventus or Inter. That's what it looks like. Milan, I don't think Scamacca. There have been people on this channel that has said that Scamacca should be the guy that replaces Ibra. There have been people on this channel that have said that. I heard Diallo can play left back too. Okay, that's cool. That would be good. So now Tel can be on his toes. Interesting. Okay. Scamacca will go to Juve for 20 millions paid over 10 years. Okay. All right, guys. Let's do there was one here. This one here I thought was pretty interesting. Favre and Diallo operation difficult. Let's see what they say here. The January window now is just a few days away, and as a result, the rumors are starting to pile up with regards to AC Milan's strategy. The Rossoneri want to bring in a center back. That seems to be the only certainty. Okay. Simon Kjaer will miss the rest of the season due to a serious injury, and Milan wants to bring in a center back to cover his absence. One of the names that have been linked with the club recently is Abdou Diallo. Abdou Diallo, I believe he is from Senegal, and as a matter of fact, he is at AFCON right now. According to Paris Saint-Germain, have offered the defender to... Oh, okay. Wow. Check this out, guys. I didn't know this. According to RMC Sport, I do not know what this publication is, but Paris Saint-Germain have offered the defender to Milan, but the latter aren't willing to spend any money next month. They're looking for a load, even if it means adding an option, but it will be difficult to convince the French side of this. Okay, so this is a player that it seems like PSG is trying to offload. Do we want players that other teams are trying to offload? I don't know. In addition, I haven't seen him. I'm going to see what he does. And then I'll let you know. In addition to Diallo, Milan have also been linked a lot with Romain Favre, but another position. The right winger would be a good addition, but the Rossoneri are just evaluating a summer attempt for now. Brest are asking for 15 million to sell their star. That is nothing, guys. Yes, it's a French channel. 15 million, come on. Just do it. What are you waiting for? Just do it. All right, guys. Leonardo is offering us his reject players. Yeah. Okay. Let me just see him real fast. I want to see how he plays. Now, out of all the defenders that I saw so far, the player that I liked the most because of how I like football was a player called it was Sar, the guy that plays for Chelsea. Technical, great long ball, slide in tackle, tenacious, but I like the technical aspect. I fucking love technical players. So when your defenders are technical, your team plays even better. So I'm all about that. But let's see how this player plays. So I'm just going to check him. And guys, by the way, I did yesterday when I did top 10 Milan. Guess who fucking put a copyright on that video? Yeah, your boys, AC Milan. AC Milan, cock blocking RossonARI TV. All right. Let me just look at a few minutes of these guys. I'll give you my opinion on him. Okay. Nice. Nice. I like what I'm seeing, guys. Wow. Great volley. Yo, this guy is actually good. Safe said he was shit. This guy's not shit, guys. Wow. Bro, this guy's money. What the fuck? Yeah, this could be an excellent opportunity for Milan, guys. This could be an active. You should do a drunk party, Roy. What for New Year's, guys? If this is a PSG reject, then they're doing really good. If this is a reject for them, then they're doing really good. This player is really good. All right, guys, listen. So as far as today, thank you guys for joining us. Once again, we will be back tomorrow. He was pretty bad in the UCL for PSG when I saw him play. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Like from the highlights that I'm seeing, he looks really good. I'll be honest with you. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Forza Milan. Let's see what happens. Let's see which other teams Milan is going to be. Roy, between these candidates, which one is the worst one? Between all the candidates that I saw, honestly, Acerbi. Acerbi was the least appealing one. The best one that I've seen was Sar, technically. I think Diallo is actually kind of close to him. Botman is a Yapstam kind of defender. So Botman is like a fucking he's a wardrobe. You know, he's that fucking huge guy. He's going to be the strongest person on the pitch. You know, he's a giant. But I think that the ones that I like technical players. Sar was probably number one. Diallo, this guy, from what I saw, from a little saw, and it's so bad to have these opinions based on highlights. You know, obviously you can't really have real opinions on the player. In the highlights, you see their skills, but you don't see how they interpret a game, right? Interpret the game from minute 1 to minute 90. That's something that you'll never see in the highlights. So I hope whoever they get is the guy that is the best at interpreting 90 minutes. See, Acerbi as a football player, not technical, just nothing special, but he's good at interpreting a match for 90 minutes. So that's what I hope Milan does. They get the best one that interprets a full match for 90 minutes. All right, guys. Having said that, thank you. We will see you tomorrow. Probably same time. Let's see what else is happening tomorrow. The market, guys, is coming clean, guys. The market is going to be lit this January. We're going to get a defender. I think we're going to get a midfielder. My dream is Renato Sanchez. Maybe we're going to get an attacker too. Okay, we might get all three: defender, midfielder, and attacker. All right, having said that, Forza Milan, ragazzi, and we will see you tomorrow. So have a good evening, good morning, good day. Ciao.